I love a coming back story. Like, oh, so good, so good. Small business for the win.
And we are the dreamers of dreams.
Living life, spinning like a merry-go-round. Traveling all around the world, you know we get around. Good vibes only. You know it's the one and only Justin Bravo. Come on. Yeah, that's my number one homie. Subscribe. Come on.
I'm headed to an appointment. Y'all remember my client that went out of business a few weeks ago? Well, luckily they were able to sell the business right before they kind of went under, and someone stepped in, kind of give them a cash influx, and they're kind of back at it. Their business is going again. I'm going to go meet the new partner, and I'm going to hear what their strategies are going forward and see what we can do to kind of work together and to help them out. We had some really cool things kind of launching right before they had to shut down. So now, because things look okay, sky's clear again, it could work out. It could work out. We might be able to launch some of these new products and services and offerings. To hear that they're back on their feet and things can go forward, it's super exciting. New owner, amazing. Everything's gonna be really good. Like, I'm really excited about what they're doing, and I am stoked to be all a part of it. So, got some really cool things coming out for them, and I think life is gonna be good again. Whew. I love a coming back story. Like, oh, so good, so good. Small business for the win. Okay, haven't done a melt time in a while.
Mail time, so let's see what I got. Letters and packages, now I hope it's a lot. Let's get it started.
That's kind of distracting. You see the reflection, the setup. Takes a little of the magic away, doesn't it? I haven't done a mail time in a little bit. Haven't got much mail, but I did get a package in right now that I'm so stoked about. And it's a small envelope. Nothing exciting to y'all, but I'll tell you, it is ridiculously exciting to me. So, what would you pay to go back in time? What would you give to go back and have those feelings from when you were in high school or middle school or even younger? If you could relive a moment, like, what is that worth to you? I was walking through the grocery store to get some stuff, just normal groceries, and I was walking down the cereal aisle, and I stumbled across just the section that had Fruity Pebbles on sale. And I don't know if you've ever had Fruity Pebbles, but they're amazing. Though I haven't had them in a few years. Like, I wouldn't say it's been at least 4 or 5 years since I've had a box of Fruity Pebbles, but when I did, they were delicious. And I used to have them all the time as a kid. It was like one of my favorite cereals. I think it was Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, and Apple Jacks, Lucky Charms occasionally. Those are my cereals. Those were my jams. Put in the comments what your jams were. What did you really love? But those are my cereals. And I don't have them much anymore. I'm not a big cereal guy. I've been trying to stay away from sugar in general. But man, Fruity Pebbles, ugh. So I remember this time, and I was probably my youngest son's age, Gabriel. I was probably around 6 years old, maybe 7. I'm walking through the grocery store with my grandmother, my Nana, and I would stay with her throughout the summers. And I remember at the time, we were walking through the grocery store, and it was always this thing where I was going to decide where I was going to get my Captain Crunch, or I was going to get my Fruity Pebbles, or whatever cereal I was going to get. It was like my big decision. I mean, I was 6 or 7. That's the big decisions in life, what cereal you're going to get, right? And so I was trying to decide what to get. I remember going up to the Fruity Pebbles area, and there's the Fruity Pebbles box. On this little yellow carton that was on top of the Fruity Pebbles box was this toy, and a little clear window so you could see what it was. And it was a little tiny plush doll of Dino, the Flintstones dinosaur. And I had to have it. It was one of those things, you know, it's silly, but at the time, I remember 6 or 7, I was like, I have to have that. I didn't really care for the cereal. I was like, I have to have that toy. Please buy the family size of Fruity Pebbles so I can have that. And my Nana did, and I took it home. I remember loving this little stuffed animal. I mean, really micro-sized animal, for a while, like, I don't know, a few months. Like, it was like pretty awesome. Like, it was the greatest thing ever to me. I don't know, for whatever reason, when I was walking down the HEB aisle the other day, I saw the Fruity Pebbles setup, and I thought of that little dino, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool to have that again? And I went on eBay. I went on eBay and I kind of searched for it, and I found it. And that is what is in here. And I'm super excited about this. I know it's not terribly exciting for y'all, but it's super exciting for me. What? Look at it. Now that is amazing. Totally amazing. Like I said, not huge by any means. I mean, look at him. This perspective is a little off because he's not very big. He's, you know, maybe 3 or 4 inches tall. But I remember this little guy. I was 6 or 7. I pulled him out of the cereal box, and it was like the greatest thing ever. And I carried him around all the time. I used to love it. Now, I remember him being a little bit more hefty, but that's probably what 6-year-old hands. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but right there on the tag, 1988 Hanna-Barbera. That's wild. And this thing was like crispy. Like, it looks nice. It looks brand new. Doesn't smell like Fruity Pebbles, but maybe I could roll it around in some Fruity Pebbles and it would bring back all the memories. But I remember it, and like, that's so cool. And you know how much it cost? Like, how much I got? That you would think, okay, this thing's almost like 30 years old. And you would think, how much would it cost to have something that's almost good as new from 30 years ago? Like, that would be a fortune, right? I bought it for $1.50. $1.50. $1.50 to have all the feelings of when I was 6? Wow. That's fantastic. That's amazing. Like, that's super cool. And so, anyway, it got me looking at other things, and I remember all these little toys, you know, from when I was a kid, and I was looking on there, and they were like super cheap, and there was like everything, like brand new. And anyway, I ordered a few things. This is my most favorite because I remember this vividly, going to the grocery store with my Nana, and she buying me this big box of Fruity Pebbles, and this was the prize that you got for buying the family size thing of Fruity Pebbles. So, sorry guys, I wish it was a boosted board version 3 or a flying car or a new MacBook or something like that that would really excite the audience. But it's a little stuffed animal. It's super exciting to me. If you have an opportunity to go on eBay, try to look at stuff from your childhood. And if you can pick up something for $1 or $2 that brings back those memories like you wouldn't believe, like there's some insane value there. When you're 5, 6, 7 years old, you know, you don't have a worry in this world. You absolutely have no worries. The world is your oyster. Everything's amazing. There's no pressure. There's no stress. And to be able to hold something in my hand that represents a time when I felt that is extraordinary. It absolutely just rushes back all those feelings and makes me feel like there's nothing in this world to bother me. Like, there is no stresses, there is no worries, and I find it incredibly calming just to see it again. So welcome home, Dino, and I'm very happy to have you back in my life. Me and my little man, trip to the grocery store, Fruity Pebbles. That needs to happen now.